feed my shepherds with me. So I'll start this out by saying we do feed our dogs in baking sheet pans. This is because we do feed raw food, so this is glass and this is metal. Well, it was like a stainless steel. And they're really easy to clean and a lot more sanitary than like a plastic bowl. And also Hudson, our first shepherd, he is not a fan of anything touching his nose when he eats. So I find a bigger, wider dish helps him because he dislikes putting his nose in his food. So there's more room for the food so that he doesn't have to shove his nose in it. And that just carried over to Ruby too. So first we have our kibble. And we get the Inukshuk Marine 25, which is a high quality professional sled dog food. Hudson is on a bit of a diet right now, so he is currently only getting a half cup, and Ruby gets about a 3/4 cup of that. So that's what's already in the bowl. So we have been giving them a bit of wet food lately, and this is a new one that we haven't really tried before, so guarantee they'll like it. You can see Hudson's already waiting. Yeah, and this is why you're on a diet, because all you do is beg for food. You're a chunky puppy. Sometimes I let him taste test. Is that good? Yeah? Okay. So Hudson got 2 scoops of that, and Ruby got the rest. So Hudson is going on 3 years old now, and as I said, he has been told that he needs to lose some weight. He is 110 pounds, and he should be around 100 pounds. And that's just because we feed him such good quality food, and he's not a shepherd that is ever going to lack the ability to hold weight, right? You my little chunky baby. And Ruby, she is still not even 2 years old yet, so she has quite a high metabolism. She's still a crazy puppy, so she needs the extra calories because she burns it. Next for Ruby is 2 of these quail eggs. I just generally give them a smoosh because she often doesn't realize what they are if they are not smushed. And Hudson gets a duck egg. Why? Because 1, they didn't have any more quail eggs, and Ruby will only eat quail eggs. So I would prefer to give her the quail eggs and then just get some duck eggs for Hudson because he's not picky. As I said, Hudson has a hard time not eating. So, oh my goodness, he doesn't want to squish. There. Got that all smushed. I'm going to mix Hudson's up. I can't mix Ruby's up though because she'll refuse to eat. Next is organic raw coconut oil. So this is already solidified, and I put it in this bag so I can bang it and break it. So I'll give that to Ruby. She really likes the taste of coconut oil. Once again, Hudson kind of eats whatever I put in front of him. So actually I'm going to break that up a little bit. That's a better sized chunk for Hudson. The best part of this whole video is the fact that Hudson has not stopped watching me. As soon as he hears his dish out, he literally sits at the gate and watches me. And yes, we have a gate. That's because Ruby's a counter surfer, and we still have yet to get that out of her because she is a stubborn dog. So we have to make sure that we are safe in the kitchen. Next, I'm going with a 1/2 tablespoon of hemp seed. That helps with itchy skin. Hudson needs it. He gets itchy skin. Ruby just gets it just because I want to make sure she looks good and she feels good. Next, we're going in with sardines. And lastly, I was at the butcher, so I got to pick up some pork tripe, which is pork stomach. So I'm going to get a couple chunks of that off for them, and that'll be their organ meat. And there's their chunk of tripe. So they're very ready to eat. I just have to mix up that stuff for Hudson just so I can try to hide that eggshell because he's a sneaky little guy. And that's Hudson's and that's Ruby's. And Ruby's doesn't get mixed because she is not very picky. She likes it kind of all like that. She eats what she wants. And Hudson needs his eggshell hidden, so he gets all the good stuff from that. I'm gonna test your dinner. Oh yeah, you like it? Ruby, you wanna try? Yummy. Okay. All right, let's go. Hudson, you know where you go. Good boy. You sit. Good boy. All right, Missy, back up. Can you sit? Can you sit? What a good girl. And she's going right for the tripe, as I figured. She loves that. So once again, Hudson and Ruby get tons of exercise, so that's why I feed them like I do. They need to have all the calories that they can get, because not only do we take them on long ass walks every day, but they also play together all day long in the backyard, and I mean wrestling, running around, chasing each other, and we go on crazy hikes. So they burn a lot of calories, although, as I said, Hudson needs to go on a diet. When we were at the vet last time, he was actually 115 pounds, and the vet was like, yeah, he does have King Shepherd in him, but I think you need to get his weight back to around 100. So, and that'll be cheaper for us for like flea and tick, things like that, vaccines. And Ruby, she is a Pyrenees and a Shepherd, supposedly, but she's pretty large for a female. Like, the last time we weighed her, she was like 87 pounds, so that's pretty big for a female. But she's crazy. Like, she's still a puppy very much, so she has so much energy. So she literally burns off all the food. And this is, they only eat 2 meals a day. Their breakfast is basically just kibble, really small. And then they get this for dinner, and they will get a treat after. And I usually go for something like a rib bone, raw bone, turkey neck, foot, like duck foot, pig foot. And that's good cartilage. If you're interested in feeding raw, it also is really good for their teeth, all the raw bone. It like gets in the nooks and crannies, and it's gonna prevent them from having dental problems as well as needing their teeth cleaned. So they get a bone every day, and it's like brushing their teeth for me. As always, if you're feeding raw, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, sterilize the space before and after. Be careful, don't cross-contaminate yourself. Make sure everything's kept separately. If you're doing raw, like, you get special containers. Just be careful. If you have a chance to get your food handler's degree or diploma, it's an online thing you do. You can figure out about cross-contaminants, different issues with raw meat, things like that. Become educated.